Alright, NASA Engineering Drawing Standards Manual, Chapter 8, Parts of List and Index List. The section establishes the minimum requirements of the preparation submission of the part list and index list for the use of the engineering drawing. And part lists may be prepared by each of the assembly drawings in accordance with this of the section of the part list of the drawing. See Figure 34 on the page 80 of the Figure 3 of the page 10. Index list may be prepared by the payload of engineering of the model with the major assembly of the complex assembly with the directed projected manager. Definition of cover the sheet. Refer to the first sheet of each of the part list and indication list that is recorded with the revision part list for the tabulation of the items necessary for the fabrication assembly of the item of the items of the list assembly. Index list of one principal or subordinate principal part list applicable to the major assembly bulk materials. These items are necessary and consequent consistently for the assembly of the subassembly with the quantity of the record not readily predetermined. Example for the oil, wax, and solder, cement, ink, the damping fluid, and the grease, power to the graphite, flux, welding rod, thermite, twine, chain, or in the quantity known as the physical nature of the material in such that the non-adaptable depiction of the drawing material should be cut in the finished size by using the size of the hand of the bench tools and shears applied with the knives and with other further machining operation, but the material configuration should be fully described and written without the necessity of the pictorial presentation. Special handling equipment and packaging. The term applied for the items such as the boxing, shipping containers, cradles, crane attachments, or other special equipment needed for the storing and the transportation. Special testing equipment. The term applied for the items for the special testing and the area required for the government inspection service for the maintenance of such as the testing standards and indicators, etc. Applicable standards, specification, and publication of the terms applied to the documentation reference invoked by the drawings. Requirements 821 list of the preparation, public listing, and index listing may be prepared manually in typewriter or by a typewriter computer word processor. 822 list of formats. This shall be pre-printed with a 8.5 1 11-inch size format. Paper preparation requirements are provided with the herein, or the single sheet is required for the preparer to provide from list of the title required for the first sheet. Only the design activity should use the cover sheet as illustrated with the figure 32A with the page 74 with the illustrated entries of the cover sheet below with the completed of the exam explained with the cover sheet in section 8.3 below. 823 revision notification. Revision letter of the day of the revision shall be applied with each of the lists when any change is made with the letters I, Q, O, Q, and X shall not be used with the revision letters. List shall be revised independently of the associated drawings. 824 the detailed items deleted may be either lined out or erased or omitted. 825 adding items. Newer suspending items may be added or at the end of the list and inserted with the list of the proper sequence. 8.3 cover sheet. The cover sheet shall be the first sheet for each product list and index link shall be prepared with the indicating herein. 831 the format. The cover sheet shall be prepared on the form 67036. Refer to the figure 32A on page 74. 832 entries. The entries shall be made with the blocks columns of the cover sheet, the directed with the following page code identification. Enter the code identification number of the time with the Federal Supply Cage Code publication H4, H8 for the using activity numbers is located with the block of the designing activity list, the number, the instance number of the product list, and index list for which the cover sheet is being prepared. Sheet blank of the and blank. Enter the number of the sheets used. Reversion. Enter the revision letter of the latest revision of the product list change for the block shall be indicated by erasure. Item nomenclature. Enter the same nomenclature appears with the title block assembly with which the list is being prepared, but the item nomenclature shall also be a noun. Vendor that is prepared with the contractor God Space Flight Center. Enter the contractor name, the Federal Space Flight Cage Code number. The preparer enter the name of the person preparing the list. Approved with the signature person approving the accuracy and completeness. The engineer approval to enter the signature of the assistant project engineer. Optional engineer approval to enter the signature of the project engineer. Mandatory for all procurements. Authentication to enter the name of the person designated to sign and design active with the division 12 contracting number. When prepared with the contracting government Space Flight Center, enter the contracting number, the letter, the number of the revision letter, and the current revision description. Enter the complete and concise description of the revision applied to the product listing. 15 day enter the date of the revision. 16 approval APP approval for the enter initial the person completing the revision review record the revision enter the revision status of the individual product listing sheets. Alright, 8.2 it shows a NASA Goddard Space Flight Center, Greenbelt, Maryland. This is a part list indications index cover sheet We went over the figures, the code identification, vendor, contracting number, list number, part revision, part sheets, item nomenclature prepared, approval, engineering approval, and authentication approval, letter, description, date, and approval, and record of divisions of all sheets. A4, part list continuation C. The part list and continuation sheet shall be prepared and indicated by the herein. The circled numbers have been assigned to each for the column, the number, block of the identification number of the product listing shall contain the cover sheet and as many with the product listing continuation sheet necessary to complete the list with all the information format. The public product listing continuation sheet shall be prepared in the form 67, 37, or 165, refer to the figure 32B on page 76. 842 entry. The entry shall be made within the block of the columns of the director below. The part list numbered on each of the sheet of the product list for each and the number of the corresponding drawing sheet numbered on each sheet of the enter the appropriate sheet number, the item, the final number, enter the number of the taken, the assembly drawing, the drawing documentation part or stock number, enter the part of the number identifying the number of the stock of each item on the list, quantity required part per assembly, enter the quantity required for each of the assembly, the code identification number, enter the appropriate end number, the sign by the design activity per cage publication H4 HD, the government industrial standard part specification number to appear for the column 4. Do not number entry shall be made with the column 6 of the code identification number. The for items identical with the entry block 1 of the cover sheets. Do not repeat the column 6 of the public product listing sheet. Continuation sheet. Drawing the title of the items, description, nomenclature, and the noun phrase describing the items whose item numbers appear with the assembly drawing remarks. Enter the information that could be useful for reference and specification controlling drawings and designation, e.g. R10, J14, etc. vendors, items, etc. This shows the part list with the product listing, the sheet number, the drawing type, the description, item, the file number, the drawing, documentation, part number, stock, quantity per assembly, code identification, remarks. Supplementary heading list. In addition with the headings that are usually used for the items of the product list, the supplementary heading lists are stated below. Shall be used in the applicable bulk material, special handling equipment, packaging, and special testing equipment. 8.5 an index continuation sheet. The index list continuation sheet shall be prepared in dedication herein. The circled numbers have been assigned to each of the columns. The block of the identification number only. The identification index listing contains all the cover sheet and many of the indication listing continuation sheet necessary to complete the list with all the formation. 8.5.1 the format. The index list continuation sheet shall be prepared in form 670, 39, or 165, referring to 33, page 78. The entries shall be made with the block columns directed below the index list and number on each of the sheet. Enter the number of the first assembly level at the top of the main assembly sheet number on each of the sheet, and enter the appropriate sheet number, the code identification number, enter the code identification number taken for the product listing list, and the number taken for the number of the product listing list, and the nomenclature, enter the nomenclature on the product listing assembly level, enter the name and the next assembly level number for the list assembly number. This shows the index list of the index list number, the sheet number, the code identification number, list number, list nomenclature, and assembly level. 8.6 finding an item number. The number is the number assigned with the part of the subassembly for the purpose of the location with the part of subassembly field for the assembly drawing. The finder of the item, the number is also shown with the part of list for the assembly drawing. Whether the list is separate of the integral part of the drawing, the final number is usually associated with the separated part list item number. They're usually associated with the list materials of the drawing, but are usually locating the parts both the assembly and subassemblies and indication identified with the R number. There is purpose of the procurement of the marking, identifying the numbers is cross-reference to the finding of the items of the product list and the tabulation assembly with the drawing. 8.6.2 application limitation. The finding of the item of the number. The system provides with quick means of locating the parts relatively small area of the draw having the high density of the parts of the preferred the conventional method of identification of the item number that will be used in the drawing. Simple assembly. Even though the finder of the part number they're used for the complex assembly of the components for the same in the equipment. Figure 34 of the page 80 sample drawings assembly using the finding of the part number. The C figure 17 on the page 40 with the item number. The draw system identification shall be used to locate the piece of the drawing in separable assemblies when material specification and material parameters differ from one another. Figure 34 shows a sample assembly drawing listed material. 8.6.3 drawing requirements. When used with the field drawing the item, the number should be enclosed with a circular shape of the 1.5 diameter balloons. For the drawing electronic chassis, the assemblies for the outline with resistor capacities are shown with the reference designation shall be placed in the outlines where practicable. The corresponding field fine numbers shall be omitted with the reviews in such a case that the Table shall be provided with the drawing on the show the finding of the number assigned with each of the item identified with the reference designation of the view. The same find number shall be used with any of the group of the reference designation assigned with the identical characteristics item. The finding of numbers of any of the drawings shall be assigned independently of those any of the other drawing. Finding the numbers assigned with the subassembly shown on the assembly drawing shall be distinguished from one of the assigned with the part of the adding of the letter suffix on the subassembly finding number. 8.7. List of materials. The list of materials shall be prepared, but including each of the assembly drawing to provide individual part of the sub-assembly item number or quantity required in part number, the description of material, and material specification. See Figure 34 on page 80. Format. The list of materials shall be placed on above in the drawing title black as shown in the Figure 34 on page 80. Entries. Entries shall be made in the black columns indicated by the Figure 3 on page 10. 9. Documentation management.